What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. In this video, we're going to be going over NIO and how they just crossed a very important milestone and broke a very important record. We're also going to be going over some of the other very bullish pieces of news that have come out about NIO, and I'm going to speculate on where the stock price of NIO is going to be going in the short term and in the long term, and I'm going to back that up with some key information. Now, before we get into that, if you guys enjoy the information that I provide for you in this video, make sure you click on that like button. It costs you nothing to do it, but it helps me out a whole lot in getting this information out to as many people as possible. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. There's also a link down below to Webull. All you have to do is sign up, deposit over $100, and you get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850. Now, NIO is taking an absolute beating today. At the time that I am recording this video, NIO is down about 8.5%. Now, we haven't seen these levels on NIO since back in November. So NIO is taking a massive beating with the overall hyper growth market. Now, I don't want anybody to be freaking out. I know a lot of you guys have been discouraged about where the share price of a lot of these stocks have gone over the past couple of weeks and months. Now, I don't think it's really anything to freak out about over the long term. The name of the game with investing is just buy, don't sell. If you have confidence in a company, the best strategy is to buy these dips for the long term. Now, that's only if you are a long-term investor, which I think a lot of you should be. Now, nothing I say in these videos is financial advice. These are for educational and entertainment purposes only, but long-term investing versus trading is going to give you guys a better chance of establishing some long-term wealth. So we're going to go over a couple of my price targets towards the end of the video, but I want to make sure that you guys know everything that is going on with NIO at the current time. Now, I haven't seen one bad piece of news come out about this company over the past 3 weeks. Now, NIO has fallen really substantially, but it's not due to anything terrible with the company. It's just the overall market sell-off, but NIO has been a very strong player in terms of the news that it's putting out over the past couple of weeks. So the first one is going to be this right here. So we saw that NIO said it provided more than 2 million battery swap services to customers. This is a very important milestone. So at 3:16 a.m. on March 24th, 2021, with the completion of an ES6 battery swap at the battery swap station in Suzhou, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, the delivery center there, NIO has provided the service to customers more than 2 million times, the company said on Wednesday. So that means an average of 1 NIO vehicle leaves the battery swap station with a fully charged battery every 10 seconds. That is huge. These battery swap stations are being used a lot. And NIO said it provided nearly 100 million kilowatts of electricity to customers to date for a total of more than 396 million miles driven. So this just goes to show how many NIO customers they have, and they're driving these vehicles a lot. So this has reduced carbon emissions by 26,065.5 tons, equivalent to the carbon dioxide absorbed by 235,000 fir trees over 30 years. This is big. NIO is doing a lot to be more environmentally sustainable, and the Chinese government is definitely going to reward them for this. And we could even see NIO get into other markets as well. We know in Europe they are very environmentally conscious, and in the United States with our current administration, there is a big push for more sustainable energy use. Now, coming down a little bit further, we actually get some more hints at this Sinopec news. So coming down here, NIO also said that its first second-generation battery swap station has completed mass production and will be online in mid-April. There have been a lot of rumors coming out with NIO and Sinopec meeting with each other at these Sinopec gas stations, and we've actually seen some NIO devices at these gas stations, but Sinopec has about 30,000 gas stations across China, and if NIO is able to even get their battery swapping stations at 5 to 10% of these gas stations throughout 2021 and 2022, they will massively exceed the estimates of 500 battery swapping stations out in the market by the end of 2021, and that could provide a lot more investor confidence because we are going to be seeing NIO grow at a very substantial rate. Now, the Sinopec deal isn't the only battery swapping station partnership that NIO is going to be engaging in. So we saw in a couple of my other NIO videos, we talked about this partnership with a state-owned infrastructure firm, and they are going to be putting these battery swapping stations along the Beijing Capital Ring Expressway, as we can see right here. Now, NIO seems to be targeting Beijing for the rollout of these battery swapping stations and the second-generation battery swapping stations. These second-generation ones are even faster than the ones previously, so we could see even more of these vehicles being churned through this battery swapping station pipeline in the future. Now, we also have plans, as we can see here, of NIO's battery swapping stations in Shanghai. So this is all very good news for NIO, but we are not seeing this reflected in the share price at all, which in my opinion is really discouraging to a lot of investors. And I don't want you guys to get discouraged with investing. These types of sell-offs do happen, especially with the hyper growth companies that we talk about on this channel. Now, we've been talking about a couple of these stocks really early, and we are still up a significant amount on a lot of these, but NIO is one that a lot of people have been focused on and have been very disappointed about. In addition to all of this good battery swapping news, NIO has plans to raise about $3.5 billion worth of capital through an IPO in Hong Kong. So this is going to be a great way for NIO to get more shares out onto the market. We do not know if this is dilutive or not yet. I provided an argument for whether it could or could not be dilutive in my previous NIO video. The reason why I think it could not be a dilutive IPO, that they wouldn't be offering shares that were held privately before onto the open market, is that they recently bought shares back from the Chinese government, but the amount that they bought back is not going to be the amount that they are going to be receiving from this offering. Now, that could mean that NIO is planning on receiving a significant profit from buying these shares back. The number and the actual dollar amount that they received back was around, or they paid, was around $875 million, and this offering is set to be about $3.5 billion. Now, coming back over to the chart of NIO, let's get into some price targets. So I think the low for NIO is going to be between 30 and 33. We are not seeing any signs of bullishness or super large buying volume coming in over the past couple of weeks. I really do think that NIO has more time to fall. Now, there is a way for you guys as NIO shareholders to actually make some money and get some free shares of NIO without actually having to burn more cash. If you have a substantial position in NIO, you could actually sell covered calls. So essentially what this enables you to do is, if we come over to the NIO option chain, we're going to look at this April 1st, 2021 expiration date, which is going to be next Friday. Not this upcoming Friday, but the next Friday. So these $40 strikes, that's pretty decently out of the money for NIO. You could sell these and receive $113. That is the last price per contract. So each contract controls 100 shares of NIO. So you would have to have 100 shares in order to sell these contracts. Now, you could take this $113 and buy more shares of NIO, and you could continuously do this when NIO is decreasing in share price and keep scooping up more shares for free. Now, technically, it's not free because your shares are actually kind of put up as collateral. So if NIO were to go through this $40 strike price by next Friday and through this break-even price, your shares would be called away, and that would actually create two taxable events. So you kind of have to play with it where you're comfortable on selling these covered calls. But I do want to point something out to you guys for the long term for NIO, and that is going to bring us to Cathie Wood's new price target for Tesla. So we can see that the expected value right here for Tesla by 2025 is going to be $3,000 a share in ARK's opinion, the bear case of $1,500 and the bull case of $4,000. Now, Cathie Wood has come out in the past and said that NIO is going to win the day in China. Now, I'm not saying that Cathie Wood is going to be buying NIO or anything like that, but if she is betting that the electric vehicle market and the top player in the electric vehicle market today is going to be expecting this much growth over the next 4 years, then I think it's safe to say that NIO will definitely be a sympathy play to this as well. I think that NIO is going to be the number 2 in the world for these types of electric vehicles. We just need to see them expand in a great way into Europe and the United States. And once that happens, I think we could get that done by 2025. We've actually seen a couple of other ways that NIO is thinking about expanding. We know that they are going to be coming out with a mass marketed model, which is going to cost around $25,000. And in addition, since NIO is such a newer company than Tesla, it's much newer, it has a lot more room for growth. So they mainly operate in China right now. Once we see them expand into Europe and in the United States and into other markets, I think that NIO has a lot more upside in terms of the percentage gain that we could see in the share price at the current time. So that is going to wrap up this update on NIO. If you guys enjoyed the information that I provided for you in this video, make sure you go down and hit that like button. It really helps me out a whole lot, and I'd really appreciate it if you guys could show some love on this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you click on that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video, so you get to stay up to date on all of your favorite stocks, learn about a couple of new ones, and see exactly which options I am trading and which strategies I am using to trade them. And if you guys would like to earn those 2 free stocks with Webull, make sure you check out that link in my description below. So I hope you guys had a really profitable day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.